Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at Bitcoin, the hash ribbons. We're going to look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart, the daily chart. We're going to look at some other indicators that are turning bullish. Big things happening in crypto and Bitcoin. As you can see, we've had a nice recovery from yesterday across the board. Bitcoin is likely, though, to take over the reins shortly. And today we're going to look at why. So let's go into the weekly chart to start it off. Well, last night I posted at closing that we didn't get the blue buy signal, the blue hash ribbon buy signal. Now we have it. Okay, so we were kind of on the tipping scale. We were right even, dead even with the bulls and the bears. And guess who won? The bull just pushed that bear right into oblivion. Bears are gone, maybe. But the good sign is we got the blue buy signal. Does that mean we moonshoot? No. In fact, quite the opposite, at least for the short term. History tells us that it's a great signal for making money, not for, making money in the next 4 seconds. Okay. It's a good sign, big term outlook, macro term over the next 6 months to a year, 2 years, whatever it is. It's not a get rich quick blue button. It's a get money, maybe rich blue button. Okay. So that's what this is. It doesn't mean you're late to the party and you have to get in right now. Go, FOMO in. All right. History says it takes a week, 2 weeks or so, roughly right in there, before we have a nice big move. Look at the last couple buy signals, right? We got one after our big move up. Look what we did. We got the buy signal here. We came way back down. We were at 20K, went back down to 17K. Okay. That's a pretty substantial drop off. Over 15% drop after we got the blue buy signal. Can we do that again? Of course. That's why I'm saying this. Okay. It doesn't mean we have to go up. And just because we go down doesn't mean we're not going to go up. Okay. So big picture. That's what these are for. They're not for making insane amounts of money over the next 3 days. It's for making good money over the next year. Okay, that's what they're for. That's what I use them for. I'm big picture. Hopefully you do that as well. If you're in crypto, you got to have a bigger picture mindset. 1 year minimum. I like to recommend at least 1 to 3 years. I prefer 3 years. If you're investing $1, okay, $100, $1,000. If you can't afford to lose it, you need to have the bigger picture. The people that lose most, the traders that lose often, or the guys that want to get in, make, double, triple their money over the next 17 days, and then it doesn't happen and they sell and they get wrecked. Okay. The longer your outlook, the less risk there is, period. Plain and simple. So weekly time scale, we've got our blue buy signal, good to go. Those are good things brewing. Okay. So let's go. Let's see what else we got. Let's look on the ADX and DI. Right now we've got a minor cross. We're peaking out. Look at our ADX on the top left up here. See the numbers? The green is higher than the red. So technically we've had a cross. What do we want to look for next? I'm glad you asked. Well, we have to have a more sustainable move, but we want to see the ADX, which is the orange line. We want to see that slowly move around, right? Like this. We can come down. We have to have the move back to the upside. That's the momentum of this move. When red's on top, the bears are in charge. When the green's on top, the bulls are in charge. So like I just said, this is why we were having trouble printing that blue buy signal. We couldn't really decide who was in charge yet. The fact that we've minorly crossed is a great sign. Does it mean we have to cross? No, we could still go back down the opposite way and these could divide again. What do we have to look for? Well, we have more things that we need to see and watch, but the odds are, that's all you have in crypto, the odds. You have to play the odds. Nothing is for certain. Anybody telling you that there's an indicator that's 100% accurate, 100% right all the time is full of crap and they don't know what they're talking about and run away. So the odds in crypto is you have to have multiple indicators telling you similar things. That's what you have to go on. If you have 10 indicators and they're all saying positives, guess what? It's likely to be positive on the price. If you have 4 indicators that you use and they're all negative, guess what? The price is probably going to go down. Okay. It doesn't matter how many indicators you use, whatever. You just want to have nice clean charts. You don't want to have 47 different things going on. But the indicators need to be in agreement. That's important. Okay. You don't want to have one thing saying, oh, looks like the bulls are in charge, and the other thing looks like, oh, there's bearish signs here, okay? That's important. Okay, so ADX and DI on the weekly scale is good. On the 5-day, we've already had the cross, right? That's good. You can go down the line here. Cross back there. The daily, how about that? We crossed way back here, right? So this is good. Look at the ADX here. This is, if we see this kind of thing play out on the weekly scale, you can bet your keister we're going right to 100K. Okay, this would be great to see something like this on a weekly scale. Look at the monthly. The monthly, the bulls have always been in charge. We've not even going back 6 years on Bitcoin. There's no bears. Get out of here. We've been close back to 2018 technical bear market, but Bitcoin's always just basically gone up. And this is proof of that. So big picture, that's big picture. 6 years, bears are in charge. Just fold. If you would have bought in 2015, you'd be on a beach sipping Mai Tais right now. We all would be, right? Anybody had a Mai Tai? Off topic. Okay, next, let's get back to the charts. The RSI on the weekly. What do we have here? Well, this is kind of the bull-bear separation. Again, the bull market, bear market. What do I mean by that? Well, go back and look at prices on this. This is our last early bull market. When we hit 2016, we had our 2015 takeoff, entered the bull market here. Prices, or RSI, got above this 54, 55, 56 level right in there. That's kind of the center line that divides the bulls and bears. Here's our bear market. After we enter the 2017 top here, came back, and really altcoins, Bitcoin kind of topped out up in here. Altcoins kind of topped out right the early of January, if you remember. If you're around for that, if not, you can go back and look at the charts. But this is the bear. Anytime you're below 54-ish, 55, it's bear territory. Look where we've been. Bear territory. Look where we are. Bull territory. What do we want to see happening? Well, we want to hold this line. Let me draw this line back here for you. We've got to hold that 54, 55-ish level as support, as we did at the start of our last bull run, right here. This is very key. Look where we are. So doesn't matter if we go up to 60, 70, whatever. If we come back down, we have to bounce or do something similar to this. See this? We go up, bounce, hold support. Go up, come down, hold support. Go up, support. Bounce again, come back down, support. These are the things that will really add up. If we start doing this, now make no mistake, we could just technically do this, right? Unlikely, given the harshness of this fall off, but hey, I wouldn't put anything past Bitcoin. But this is what we want to watch for, okay? Above 54-ish levels on the weekly RSI is super key. We've busted through it like no other. We haven't really had any fake outs going back the past 6 years, except for one position. What was that? I'm glad you asked. It was right here, our pandemic drop. That was the only anomaly. So barring a volcanic eruption, barring another bird flu, swine, pig, rat, whatever virus, we should be okay. Going back 6 years, we don't really get above here without making a pretty substantial move. Even here, it didn't last that long, but this was that summer 2019 bubble. We went from 3K to 14K, if I remember right. 3K to 14K, that was this area. Okay, that's pretty good rise. So this is a great sign in conjunction with our hash ribbons, in conjunction with our ADX and DI. These are all the things I'm talking about for having multiple indicators adding up to a big picture. Okay, let's go back to the charts and see what else we can do. Let's turn these hash ribbons off. Those are good. How about the bull market support band? Another sign adding to the positives, right? We've broken through the 21 EMA, which is the green line. We've broken through the 20-week SMA, the simple moving average, which is our red line. We're now holding this. If we, in my opinion, if we hold this week and one more week, that will be about the most bullish you could get. Holding that 20-week SMA, the whole band, is excellent signs. What is one more thing that would even add more bullishness to that. I'm glad you asked. It is flipping the 21 EMA over the top of the 20-week SMA, just like here. Notice that when our big moves happen for Bitcoin, it and the rest of the market, right? Because Bitcoin is the front runner to most coins. When we make the big moves, the 21 EMA is on top of the SMA. Now, not quite yet. Okay, we don't want this to be a fake out and come back down. If we do come back down, we just have to hold a higher low. We don't want to lose this 28 to 30K level. As long as we don't do that, we're fine. But I doubt it. There's so many positives lining. The stars are aligning here that, nothing is for certain, like I said, but the odds are going greatly and quickly into the bull's favor for a big move and a breakout in the not so distant future. Again, when Bitcoin takes off, it's usually the train you want to ride. It's the spaceship you want to ride to the stratosphere. Now, once you get to the stratosphere, aka 100K, something like that for Bitcoin, when we make this kind of move, hop off at the stratosphere, unload some of your coins from Bitcoin, unload some profits, and put them into altcoins. And then when you get these next moves from Bitcoin and this level off area, and you're still well above the support band, the weekly bands like this, that's when altcoins really make their moves. This move, you can go look at any altcoin. I don't care if it's Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot, your favorite coin, was likely not doing as well as Bitcoin in this initial liftoff phase. Nothing against altcoins. I love Chainlink. It's my favorite altcoin. Nothing against Ethereum. I love all those coins. I love any coin on my list is a coin that I like a lot. Okay. But if you're here to make money, which you probably are, right? The tech is cool. If you're here to make money, your best ROI, your best odds, right, is being majority in Bitcoin during this initial launch. After we get to the stratosphere, you get out into your little space station suit, you swing over to your favorite altcoin spaceship, and then that takes you to the moon. Okay, that is what happened here. That is what's happened in history of Bitcoin. That's what will likely happen again. Now, there will always be anomalies, and look at Avalanche today. It's 11% up. Bitcoin's only 5% up. That will happen. There'll be certain coins. If you notice, you probably were aware of that back in here. There's one or two coins that every other week one would just jump off the map. It's still happening today. One of the coins will likely surge. That's okay. That's gambling though. If you want to be long-term, make money, don't lose money, you have to play the odds. The odds are Bitcoin will be the front runner on the average over the next several months on the way up after we start this next leg, which we could be doing right now. As we start this move up and we get moves like this, Bitcoin is likely where you're going to want to have a majority of your stack. And then as we reach up to these higher levels, the 100K-ish level, I think there's going to be a lot of people taking profits from Bitcoin back over to altcoins to ride the next wave up. You want to ride the big waves per coin. The way that works, Bitcoin, high cap altcoins, Ethereum, Chainlink, all those top 10, top 20, and then money goes back in to the lower altcoins, the smaller market caps. This is how the flow works. It's until times of change, we're going to stick with that strategy. So if you like all that, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. I appreciate you. We have a couple more things to go over, but let's go to the crypto fear and greed index. Where are we at now? Well, we're at 65. We're in greed. So all these positives are great. We could get up into these areas again, sure. But if we come back down, say we go back down to 40K, 39K for Bitcoin, 41K, those are still fine. It would almost be expected to be about that 10% drop that we've had the past couple times we've printed that buy signal on the hash ribbons. We've dropped roughly 8 to 10% before kind of our bigger candles and bigger moves. So if we do that, what we want to look for in the fear and greed index is we still want to retain market structure. So on the low side, we have a 42, right? So if we make a 43, we're still good. We don't want to make a 41, 40. If we do, our biggest floor, our concrete floor is 38. 38 here, 38 here, 38 level back here, going back to September 2020, almost a year now. Market structure is 38 on the low, but our temporary short-term market structure is 42. So 42 to 38, we cannot break below those. Those will be the warning signs. The positives on this is our previous high of 73, we just broke. August 8th, yesterday, 74. We made a higher high. That is a sign that you're reversing the trend. Again, another indicator, something, if you have your whole toolkit and alignment, that positives, these are just positive after positive after positive so far. You catching my drift? We could be on our way. Not rushing. We don't have to rush. Follow me. Twitter, Telegram, Patreon. I'll help you out. Everything's linked below. I do my best to help you. I've been in the market for almost 5 years now. I've seen the worst of times. I've seen the best of times. I've lost my life savings. I've made more in the past year or so than I've ever made in the previous 10 years of working the job. So if I can do it, you can do it. You just put your mind to it, invest in your education, invest in yourself, and you'll get there. Patience is a virtue in crypto. People that lose in crypto have no patience and just like to throw money blindly at random coins and hope it works out. You can get lucky. You can win the lottery. That's lottery gambling. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to work towards a sustainable, generational wealth? Okay. I don't care if you have 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million invested in crypto right now. You can 10x that this next move if you're smart. You can more than that, right? You got to know what you're doing. Okay. If you don't follow me, follow somebody that knows what they're doing, that's got successful track history in it. Okay. All right. Enough of the father speech. Let's get to the fun stuff. How about quote of the day? Gary Vaynerchuk. If you don't know him, I suggest you check him out. He's not for everybody. He drops a lot of F-bombs, but I don't really mind it. I like him. He's pretty cool. So if you want to be an anomaly, you got to act like one. What does that mean? Well, if you want to be the 1%, you can't act like the 99%. If you're just doing what everybody else does on a day-to-day basis, if you go to work, come home and watch TV and, blow everything else off, you're probably not going to, sustainable. You have to do stuff today that others aren't willing, so you have things tomorrow that others don't have. Hopefully that resonates with somebody. All right. Funny quote of the day. If you don't know what this is, if you don't know what this movie is, I mean, we can't be friends. All right. It's one of my probably the best comedies ever. Come on. Who's got it? If you don't got it, just unsubscribe. All right. Car of the day. The C8 Corvette. What do you guys think of it? I like it. It's getting pretty European for me. It's kind of, it's not a necessarily bad thing. Kind of looks more Ferrari-esque to me. There's blue, there's red, front and back. What do you think? I got the models too. All right, let's see. You've already dropped off. There's nobody watching. It's fine. I like to talk about cars anyway. I got a black, racing stripes with the ghost. That's fine. I got the red, no stripe, with the black wheel still. What do you think? Opinion. Which one did you pick? The blue, red, black, or a different color? Maybe you like white. I like white. Tell me your favorite color. For the one of you that's watching. All right, that's all I got on this one. Hopefully you learned something today. Let me know what you learned. If you didn't know, now you know. Let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Thumbs up. All that stuff. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.